Chris Lynch News with Boxman. Buy or hire our shipping containers, both new and used, available right here in Christchurch. Call 0800 Boxman.
Good evening. While the hard-fought battle for Ilam is over, and Nationals' Hamish Campbell won it, and he joins me now tonight. Good evening to you and congratulations.
Thank you, Chris.
When did you feel like this was a done deal, that you had this in the bag?
Well, I didn't want to take anything for granted. I definitely didn't want to count the chickens before they'd hatched. So I probably was quite cautious on the night and waited till quite a high percentage of the vote was already counted.
Did Sarah Pallett call you?
Yes, Sarah gave me a ring probably about 10:30, and she was very gracious and gave me some advice, which was most appreciated.
What was the advice?
She was her advice was to make sure that you keep your family in mind, and I think that's sage advice.
Yeah, it is good advice. Why do you think that your margin was so huge compared to some of the other seats across Christchurch this time round?
I think there's probably a combination of factors. I think there was a lot of hard work had gone into the campaign, a lot of door knocking. We had a lot of signs out, and I think that all did help on the night. And I think kind of that hard work paid off.
You ran arguably what some would describe as a true grassroots campaign, door knocking. I know we talked briefly off here and you said you felt good, or you felt there was that kind of need for change across the Ilam area. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I think I actually think it's a really important way to campaign, to make sure that actually you're hearing what people are saying. And I had sense there was a big mood for change in the electorate, and I think that's what actually happened on the night.
Have you had a chance to talk to Christopher Luxon following the election?
Not yet.
Do you have any sense of what happens next, Hamish, in terms of when you fly to Wellington, or take the audience through that kind of process? It's fascinating, or at least I find it fascinating.
You know, it is a very interesting process. So the thing is, I received a telephone call from Parliamentary Services this morning, and they said, right, we've got a flight for you first thing Monday morning. We expect you to be up in Wellington next week as we go through the induction process. And then they outlined some of the things that was going to happen. Introductions are going to be made, and there's an induction period of 3 weeks starting tomorrow.
What does your family think of your win?
I've been blessed to actually have their full support and encouragement, and also a bit of critique over the campaign. So they've been very excited. I have 2 young daughters, and this morning they made me some blue pancakes to celebrate the win.
Were they blueberry pancakes or actual blue food colouring pancakes, out of interest?
Well, they had blueberries in them, but they had added some blue food colouring.
When you found out that the seat was yours, and you don't have to be humble here, was it a shock? Was it not a shock? What was your feeling on the night?
Yeah, look, I think there was a sense of just I felt quite proud and quite privileged to be in that position, and also quite humbled as well. I do just want to thank the voters of Ilam who came out and supported me. I really do appreciate it. Of course, not everybody voted my way, but I want to be a strong voice for everybody in Ilam.
It's a good point you make. Not everybody did vote for you. There are plenty of people that did vote for the likes of Labour and even Raf Manji. What would you say to those voters who didn't vote for you, Hamish?
Well, look, I'd say that I'm here for you, and I want to be a strong electorate MP. So feel free to reach out and come and meet me.
Okay. Interesting you say that as well, because in previous years when I've spoken to local members of Parliament, they say those comments, but then they become invisible and they become unobtainable, and the communication goes, and it's very hard to have those conversations. So do you promise to be, transparent and available for the people of Ilam?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the points that came out during the campaign, and I think I've said this probably multiple times on different platforms, that I actually want to be an MP who's consistently present in the electorate and be available. This is my community. This is where I was born and raised. My young family's growing up in the electorate, so I'm definitely part of the community, and I plan to be well-rooted in the community.
Just a couple of final comments, Hamish. The Ilam seat was very much in the spotlight by the national media this time round, like never before. Why do you think that was? Do you think because the national media made this out to be a 3-horse race, when in actual fact, arguably, we saw the results, it was, well, a 1-horse race?
Yeah, I think there was an expectation that it would be closer. Look, I stuck to my campaign plan, and kind of ignored some of the noise that was going on around. And we had, as I said before, we had a bit of a feeling that there was a mood for change. So we just kept on doing what we're doing. And the media did pop up every now and again, trying to get comments on various things.
Probably trying to trip you up, no doubt. Or were they okay?
Look, you always do have to be a bit careful. Some of the questions are a little bit left field.
Yeah, left field probably being the left choice there. Look, congratulations. A heart, as I say, it was a good win for you. Margin was, what was your margin again? Do you know what the margin was? I haven't checked the latest round.
I can't remember the exact figure. It was about 6,000. So I was quite pleased to see that margin.
It's a huge margin. Well, congratulations to Hamish Campbell. Thanks so much for your time this evening.
You're welcome, Chris. Thank you.